Forgot to right. Morning, everybody. We are live here at Pennsville, New Jersey at the Lip Cave. It is, what is the Lip Cave, folks? It's just the name we gave my room. It is August, the 3rd? Do we know the date?
August 3rd.
August 3rd. I'm right on my 9 o'clock in the morning here. Welcome to everybody. I hope everybody that has been watching during the week or checking your phones knows that we are going live today and next week. Tune that down. We won't be the following, but we'll let you know.
Try to do it.
Yeah, that's right. Forgot to say that. So if we get a chance that week, the week of, I leave on the 15th, so it'll be the 17th. The week prior to that, we'll try to do during the week. But we'll let you know. Could be a Thursday night, whatever works for.
Well, Wednesday will work. I'll just have to leave.
Or
Wednesday.
Wednesdays. Okay.
Wednesdays are good. I just have to be out of here right when the show's done because the meeting's at the Sportsman's Club.
Yes, no, that's understood. So if we can do it Wednesday, it's better for me the first day. Now we don't always have to do it every Wednesday. It's just that week I'm getting ready to go on vacation.
Yeah.
That Thursday I want to be getting stuff ready because they pick me up Friday morning and all that kind of.
And I think that weekend
stuff, so.
After that,
that's you
scout thing.
Yes, so I'll have mine. We'll do during the week. The weekend after that we'll do during the week.
Right.
Because you have your scout thing. So yes.
This way we're on it. This way we're consistent.
Yeah, we're not saying, hey, we'll be back in 2 weeks or something.
More so than the Phillies.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that.
More consistent.
A little unhappy with sometimes, but anyway, yeah.
Just do our shout outs.
Yeah.
The same people. I mean,
we'll give
all day DJs, Thomas, because he mentions us.
Right, giving our shout outs. Yes.
He mentions the show at Scooters all the time, so I figured.
Yeah, absolutely.
Him, he's taking over my DJ business, which is all day DJs. He does weddings, parties, everything.
Yes, he does it all day DJs done by Wayne's son.
DJ Juicy.
DJ Juicy is his handle. Yeah.
I help him out. He does karaoke.
Well, no, yeah, I know. Yeah, Wayne, I know you.
We just did karaoke out at the Sportsman's Club.
Okay.
Who's I think the waiting list is cleared off. So if people want to, you can't get in yet. But if you're interested in Sportsman's Club, go up, get an application, get your name on the
list,
on the waiting list.
Waiting list, right?
And I think they cleared it last month.
Okay. So. He is good, by the way. I mean, I say that because I've heard him a couple of times. I've been to a couple of different places when he was at Scoots, when he was at when you and him were both doing it at Turnpike one night. So different times I've been there. I've heard how he does it, his music, and his presentation. And to be honest with you, he's very good. I'm just, I'm not saying that because Wayno's a friend of mine. Because if I said, well, he needs a little work, but he doesn't. I think every time he goes out, every show he's doing, it's different for everybody. But it adds a little bit more experience to him, and he gets that much better each time. But he's good.
He's good.
I mean, I've always heard Wayno. He's always been good. That's not that I like. But
I think it's what I'm saying.
Oh, now the head's swelling up. He won't be able to get through the door when he leaves. But that's all right. It's fine.
So, but yeah, he's got a lot of good DJs out there that are willing to help him.
Right. Right. It's a tough business, regardless.
Which I told him
it's a tough business.
It's good. I mean, they give him, mixing ideas. And,
right.
I'm not big on mixing. I mean, I will, but
he is, and that's good because you got to be able to mix in the business. Right. Like you said, you didn't care for it, and it worked for you not doing it.
Right. I mean, I can do it.
Yeah. No, I know.
But this guy there last night, I forget what his name is, was there last night. We were out there for a little bit, and he was pretty good. He was mixing the rock and roll songs,
right?
Yeah, stuff we would listen to.
You think the Cheyenne? No, we're out for the. Oh, she's on already. Is that good morning, Cheyenne?
Good to see y'all. Up on the thing.
Just there. Oh, it's supposed to come up there too. Oh. Does that mean did she hit like? Hit that like button, Cheyenne.
No,
I'm just
come up saying that.
Anyway, good morning to you. Thank you for checking in with us. I hope everything's well with you down in Atlanta, Georgia. We're getting ready to talk about a few things. I'll let Wayne know. We're just covering our shout outs. How about Annette with Kitchen Blessed Kitchen Bakery? Shout out to our girl Annette. She does all the baking and different things. She has a baking business on the side, but she does quite a few different events for different people, and her baking is very good. Wayno and I both have sampled a lot of things.
I keep saying we're going to get back in touch.
Yeah, and we will. I mean,
Things just
we
happen.
will. And in the summer, as much, and it doesn't matter to me as much to eat so many of the little goodies and things. But the winter would be great when we do our fall and winter shows and have something that morning to kind of advertise for her. But I know it's advertisement, period. But we do get her cookies and her brownies and different cake things she's made are really good. So shout out to Annette. Hopefully, people will give her some business here in the future.
Ralph still doing side jobs?
I know. I don't think right now. I don't think because he's got a permanent thing now. So whether he does a side one, it would be. I don't. That'd be something I'd have to check with him. That him and his buddy that we're doing the work are now full time at a cabinet shop in Wilmington. A business, like more like a business cabinet making business. That's what Ralph used to do before he got into doing carpentry work and construction and all that. He's been a good maker, good cabinet maker. He always did all the cuts and building that kind of stuff and different things. He's very good at what he does. So what do we jump into first? You have anything on your list first, or you just want
to? No local stuff yet till the games start.
Nothing local right now. I'm not sure when summer camp starts for the high school football team.
They're starting now.
They do start. Okay, well, it is all. That's right. I forgot we are in August.
People. They usually start beginning of
the summer's moving along pretty good.
A couple of weeks after school's out.
Yeah, but a lot of time, I thought that's just training. I thought they couldn't be on the field to do actual camp till like in August, right? When they actually go through the drills out there on the practice field and all that. I thought that only happens a certain time. I'm not sure.
Because they're out there now.
But but like I said, now is August. Yeah. I knew towards the end of July, maybe August, they got started. But they've been working out and doing all their stuff right after school. Absolutely.
I gotta give it to some of them kids, man. They'll even do it on their own.
Well, that's when you,
and that's good. 4 or 5 of them.
That's when you become
go out there on their own.
Yep, that's when you know you're serious. Just like the guys at baseball. After baseball season stops, you don't stop. Those guys go to batting cages, training, weight room, get a coach to help them with pitching and stuff. They have to do that.
That's what we could talk about first. You were talking about, off-season workouts and everything.
Right.
Do the Eagles do any of that? Because there are a lot of our starters are banged up.
Here's the thing.
Already.
We've said this before. Now, I know we've touched on this, and not recently, but even when we first started this, because you and I are big on conditioning and stuff, not for ourselves, but for the professional teams on the off season. I realize, hey, after season's done, it's a long one, and it's not long, but it's enough months that you want to take a break. So you do, but I wonder how much conditioning gets done in the gym, at home, doing it on their own, and because you see some of these injuries, and they're not hitting real hard and everything, but how are they getting so injured if it's not during real game time situation? What are they doing? I mean, especially the biggest thing in conditioning to the offseason to me would be stretching and conditioning with running. Not as much the weight room, not as much. That's fine, but stretching and running. There's so many hamstring injuries. There's so many Achilles type things that get folded out. That's all has to do with that. That doesn't have to do with just pounding weight. So I don't know. I really wonder. I think if you ask them, they'd say, yeah, we do. We work out in the off season, but it makes you wonder, do they? Are they really putting in the time during the off season? So I hope some of these injuries are just injury. I know they're, and I was seeing what you were seeing, some of the different banged up guys we have during camp right now. And I hope it's just a small thing that it goes in a couple of weeks, they're back on the field and they'll get through this. I don't know. That's a good question, but we'll see. We shall see. I guess we'll jump into baseball a little bit right here since it's fresh on my mind while you were bringing up the computer. With the Phillies again, So before the trade deadline, we did pick up, I think, probably one of the best closers in the league, Johan Duran. It is pronounced Duran, not Durant.
I keep saying Durant.
I know a lot of people question that, and even Kruk did on the Phillies network in the booth. You hear some say Duran, you hear some say Duran. I guess it's where you're from now. I was told that he made it not clear, but he said no, it's pronounced Duran. So Anyway, we got him as a closer, along with a guy from the same team where he came from. Where did he come from? Minnesota?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. And they got that Bader, whatever. He's an outfielder, another bat off the bench. Right now, he's playing pretty good baseball. He was for them when we picked him up. Month of July, he was batting over 300. He's more or less, to me, that everybody keeps saying is he's like a right-handed Marsh, but I think he's a little better than Marsh in a sense. So I'm not knocking Marsh. I like Marsh.
Yeah, from what I've been reading about him, he's a little bit better.
Yes, exactly right. So he's up on his game. So he'll be fine. They will be fine if they can get to the point where we need the closer. First time he came in was the other night. We were up 5-4. He came in and shut him down. Threw 4 pitches in the 9 inning. He was on the mound 90 seconds. It took longer for him to run from the bullpen to the mound with his intro, because he has a pretty cool intro that they do. Lights go out. The Undertaker from wrestling, the gong comes on from that one. Used to play that. That's what that's from. Yeah, when then the Undertaker used to come out. So it's pretty neat. It's pretty cool to see. The tarantula spider, not tarantula, but the big spider comes across the screen, the fire, there's flames going. So it's pretty neat. And he did his job. He threw 4 strikes, got 3 batters out, game 1, Philly. This is what you want to see. But yesterday, once again, I know it happens. We say this all the time because I don't really get to come back after a week and report, man, the Phillies had a great week, because we just can't get to that point because of consistency. They are just not consistent. I don't know what it is. Couple games were hotter than fire. We scored 21 runs in 2 games a while back, and then couldn't score 3 runs again in 2 games. I've said it once, I said it twice. It just irritates me that way. What is with that? And then again, middle relieving last night killed us. It's going to be coming down. We got our closer, but we need to do better in middle relief. So, Is it time to bring some of these prospects up that you'll use in different roles? For me, it's time. Maybe he's going to wait. Maybe the general manager is going to wait a couple more weeks, get into about the middle of August before that. I don't know if you want to wait. And the same thing with Justin Crawford, the outfielder. How long do you wait before you bring Justin up to move somebody else off? Dombrowski's hell bent on keeping Kepler in left field. That's who he wants to play, but he's going to platoon him with people. I understand that. And they don't want to bring Justin Crawford up until he plays every day. So what I'm saying is there's not a spot in this roster now to move somebody completely out and say, Justin, you're coming in to play center field. That's where you're going to be. That's what they want to do, but they're not willing to do that until he's ready to play almost every day. I don't want to say every day. So if he plays a week and gets 1 day off, and then he plays another stretch of games and gets a day off, that's going to happen. But when is it going to happen? And I understand why you don't want him to come up and be a bench player. He's not meant to be that. You don't bring a prospect up and tell him to sit the bench for 8 games before he gets to play 1. It's not going to work that way. So I'm ready to see Andrew Painter, and I think they're saying around.
Ask you, when are they going to bring
Andrew Painter? The way that they're waiting for just a few more outings with him throwing, and I'd say by August 15th you're going to see. I'm just picking a date, so that's middle of the month. And I'm saying it that way. Not necessarily that date, but I say middle of the month, around August 15th, Andrew Painter's probably going to be in the bullpen, out with pitchers, more or less. Now, will he get starts? That's what he is, a starter. So hopefully he gets a couple good starts to come out and we can move different people around. You have Tajon Walker, who we're using as a starter now, but I think once Andrew gets there and things get situated, Nola's coming back soon. He might be back in a few weeks. He's another one, might be middle of the month. So I think they're kind of holding on here a little bit. Get him healthy, bring Painter up, get this pitching staff lined up, and then you can move Walker back into a role where he would be a 1-inning pitcher in the middle of a game. And that might be good for him. As I don't think there again, he's another one's not a good starter.
Right.
He hasn't been. I know he started the season good for us, a couple games as a starter, and then he fell a little bit. So we'll see where that goes. Yesterday, you and I both talked about it. Wheeler just didn't have it. Gave up those 2 home runs early. After that, settled down and still gave up another run.
The second bad outing he had in the last.
Yes, in his last 2 starts, wasn't it? 2 or 3 starts. whatever it's been.
I think it's 3.
Okay, it probably. I'm just saying. So 2 or 3 starts. These are the last 2. One of those other starts in that there wasn't quite as bad. Wasn't really great, but it wasn't bad. I think. So he got interviewed and said, "Hey, I got some things that weren't working yesterday. I got things I gotta sort through. It happens once in a while. My command wasn't good. My fastball location wasn't good, and it wasn't. When he generally misses, we'll say the strike zone, he misses a little bit off, and it's a ball. He was missing way out. So, but he wasn't hitting his pitch. It's out here, not right here missing. It's out here. It's up here, not here. So Wheeler wasn't right yesterday, and he was the first to admit it. When he gets interviewed at the post-game interview, he doesn't beat around like, "Oh, I don't know, just didn't look good." He tells you why he didn't or what he did. So I just want to say I hope the Phillies get it together here coming into the last 2-month stretch of the season so that we can say, wow, this team's playoff ready. And we're not playoff ready right now. We're going to win games. We're going to stay close to the top. We better hope we win the division because I think the wild card is going to be tougher. I think the wild card is really going to be rough to get in if we don't win the division because of the other teams under that are good.
Are we above or below the Mets?
Right now, we're a half a game below. We're half a game because they won yesterday.
And they said that's how it's going to be for the rest of the season.
I can imagine, unless God forbid somebody gets a bad injury that really knocks them for a loop. Which, like I said, I'm not wishing that on anybody. I'm just saying, staying healthy is key. Getting our people back in the middle of this month that we need could be key for us. So but the bat's still. I know the guy pitching yesterday for Detroit was an 8. He's like and 1 or 2 in the league.
And so Tigers are good too. They're not
scored 5 runs overall, but see, you had to get into their bullpen.
Yeah,
that's what you hope when you go against a guy like Wheeler or whatever. Now Wheeler yesterday was different, but this guy from Detroit, you got to hope to get past him in 6 innings. Once you get into their bullpen, you never know. Then things change. It's not him anymore. It's good guys, but that's just how with the Phillies. They got into our bullpen. Banks only gave up 1 run, but what's the other guy with the long hair?
Strom.
Okay. Strom gave up 2 runs. Those were key runs in the middle of the game. And after that, our pitchers shut him down, but it was too late. It's too late by that point. There was no sense in even thinking about the closer. Why bother with him? You don't have a lead. There's no sense in can't close anybody out. So.
Yeah.
So anyway.
And that was my thing. I'm like, I'm glad we got him, obviously.
Right.
It's good to have a good closer like him.
Well, we did need a closer, period.
You got to be winning games.
You do
for your closer to do anything.
Exactly. So this is the point. The Phillies they realize they know this. It's not like I'm saying something they don't know or we're saying they got to realize they do. They got to get ahead of these games to bring this guy in to be able to win these games. That's what you got to do. So,
and me, I'm just not new to baseball, but
you're not into it like you like football. Yeah. It's a different animal for you.
Getting into it a little bit more.
Oh yeah, sure. But that's a good thing.
What's the guy does to pulls the trigger on all these deals?
Dombrowski.
Is he a moron? I'm asking you because you know him better than
I. A lot, and that's I don't say a moron. I mean, or I won't say a stupid, but he has his own idea what he thinks is right versus even all of us. And sometimes I don't think they're right. Sometimes I don't like what they did. He doesn't want to give up the farm to get money much more, so he gave up pretty good, decent guys to get the closer. Wasn't bad to me as far as what we gave up. I think it was good. The next round, getting that guy, we had a better bat off the bench to get. There was a better player to get out there that we didn't, but he didn't want to give up more because people wanted Andrew Painter after that.
Yeah.
They wanted him giving up, and he's like, I'm not. So I'm glad about that. But, yeah, disappointing at times. And Dombrowski, I think he does. He disappoints in what he does. To me, obviously, he's different than Howie Roseman. He's no Howie. But then Howie suffered for a few years with us back. We remember when Howie wasn't pulling the trigger on good deals. We remember when he didn't want to pay. We remember when he drafted bad. Then all of a sudden, a light switch went on for him.
And then we had to apologize to him.
Then we had to apologize. And even last year, we had to apologize to the team because Wayno and I are about ready to kill him after 4 games. Right. After 4 games of that season last year, I was like, I don't know what happened here, but I didn't see anything in the offseason to fix this team. And then all of a sudden, after the break, the bye week, we went on to win a Super Bowl. So, and both of us, and even my other friend, Chris Ostrander, both looked at each other. Well, I do, and him. He goes, man, what happened? They flipped the switch, and these guys are killing it now. I'm like, thank God.
Yeah.
So
football.
Sports is a strange animal anyway.
October 11th is still date for the cookout. You still want to do that?
Yeah,
I think we should just go ahead and go with it, and then who shows up shows up.
I'm down with it.
We'll
Sure,
just get a
absolutely.
couple cases of burgers,
Yes,
couple things of hot
we'll
dogs,
do a right. Let me get
and
calendar wise. I just want to look ahead. Not that anything. Yeah, I got. In fact, I got it right there. I put it in.
okay, cool.
Dob And Wayno saying, yeah, I got it.
As of right now, it's going to be.
So as of now, so Cheyenne, if you can make it up from Atlanta, you're welcome to come to our cookout.
Got a camper you can sleep in. I have to clear it with the future wifey.
He does have a trailer. He says camper, but it's more like a small trailer, and nice in the old homestead there for Wayne.
And
so,
Cheyenne, if you get on Facebook, you know that thing that everybody's on. Get on there.
That's funny.
And just get on there and just friend us. You can just have 2 friends. Who cares? On Facebook.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you'll have
and you'll be able to sign up for the page and the group and on Facebook, and you'll be able to follow everything that's going on.
On Facebook is more of a following than just going on YouTube to see the show, to see the podcast here. It's not, that's all. But yeah, switching gears. Well, like I said, the Mets won yesterday, so the Phillies are a half game out. And like Wayno said, the way the sports people talk, it's going to be that the rest of the year. These two are going to be up and down and up, even, up, down, back and forth is how this is going to roll. Because they are 2 good teams and they're coming into their own as well as hopefully we are. We still don't have the consistency that I want. And I don't mean win every game. I don't mean win 50 games in a row without a loss, but I mean win series and games. Now today, the series is a loss. I realize we won the first, we lost the second. We can win today and win the series. But last time we had a sweep of a team, and Detroit's not the team to sweep because they're just tough. They're good. They're probably top 3 in the league as far as the best team in the league. Major League, not national or American.
They'll be there towards the end.
May 11th was our last team to sweep. I didn't know this. My son pointed it out to me when I was talking with him a week or so. May 11th, and guess who that team was? Wasn't from our division.
Hold on.
Wasn't our division either. So it's a out team out somewhere. Well, I'll give you hints. Out west, Midwest, not really on the West Coast. Further Midwest, maybe 3/4 of the way. Pretty much give it to you. John Denver sang a song about this team.
Oh, crikey, man, I can't.
Rocky Mountain High. So who would
Colorado Rockies?
There you go. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Colorado Rockies were the last team. I think it was a 4-game series and we swept them.
God, I couldn't remember.
That's pretty bad when sweeping teams is hard. But even like Ryan said, there's games where we win the first.
You should sweep them. They suck.
We should. Yes, I know. But there's teams we should sweep. We didn't. Pittsburgh gave us fits. We don't win against the teams that are bad.
Who was it we didn't do good against, and they were a crappy team to win, and we spanked the Yankees around for a couple games?
Yeah, and then also a couple months back we spanked the Dodgers when we were there.
That's right.
It was the LA Dodgers. That's who you were thinking. After you had said Yankees, I thought I think he's talking about the Dodgers.
We spanked the Dodgers.
Anyway, it's good team.
Tammy was like, she's like, how can we lose against these bums and then smack these guys in the mouth?
That's the thing you can't do. And when you're in the playoffs,
because she follows the Phillies like my mom does.
Yeah, well, I mean, she call in. You got to be able to call in, chit chat with us, give us her opinion. Don't just be a girlfriend. Don't just be your boo. Anyway, enough about the Phillies and the baseball, but things are going. I think the rating they gave the Phillies on the trade deadline was a B- out of an A, B, C, D, E, F scale. They got a B- for what they got, and that's not bad. A B, I'm happy with. I don't know about the minus part. I would have just said a B. They gave, who was the team that got the A? I can't think. I should have. I mean, not that it's important, but.
Hello. You there?
I'm here.
Well, we couldn't hear you.
We couldn't hear you, Lippy.
Yeah, Lippy.
Not being Lippy.
Oh, no, that doesn't mean that. Everybody always thinks that. Like when we say, somebody says, why do you call Wayno Lip? Because he's a lot of sass. I'm like, no, not really. It's just a term to use instead of what's up, a-hole? Instead of saying that. Okay, Lippy, you got the floor.
I was just saying that you were wanting to know who they swept on May 11th, and it's according to Google, it was Cleveland.
No, it wasn't.
No.
No, it was Colorado Rockies.
I know. I was like,
Yeah, I don't know. I know
I'll
what you're
tell you
saying.
what, I'm about fed up
Who
with
did
Google,
Phillies
man.
sweep May 11th.
Because Google nowadays, man, it's all this AI bull crap.
How about that? It says that too on mine.
Man, you know what? I don't care. I don't care about anything. I'm just glad my jeans are blue.
You know what? It is that. Maybe it wasn't May 11th. He gave me the date.
Oh, maybe Google.
What?
Google was right.
Google can't be right. I'm done. I'm done with this show. I'm over. When was the last time the Phillies swept a team this year? I'm out. I'm out of this. I'm ripping my contract up. So here it is. May. It's in May, but it doesn't give the date. They completed a 4-game sweep of the Rockies. Colorado Phillies won a combined. Yeah, blah blah blah. But it doesn't tell me the date yet. Why did it say May 11th for the other? It was in May that they swept the Rockies, but not a date. Well, you know, you got to
Well,
find.
how's the dog?
How's the dog? Let's get on that.
he's laying here with me. He goes back to the vet on September 5th, and if he's not welcome, we might have to have him put down.
What's wrong with him? I mean, what does he have?
He lost the use of his hind legs, and then I had to take him to the emergency vet on Thursday night because he started with bloody diarrhea.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah.
But I will never get him. I'll never go to. We took him to emergency vet up in Mount Laurel, and I'll probably never go there ever again because
Right.
he was already being treated for his back with my vet, and I was taking him there for his
Right.
belly problem,
Mhm.
and they couldn't give him a needle because I said to them, I said, can you let one of us go back with you? I said, because he's got anxiety. I said, and if you're trying to do something to him, he's going to want to make sure that one of us is back there with him.
Right.
But they poked and prodded at my poor baby after they violated him.
Yeah.
And finally the only thing they were able to do there was get blood from him.
Right.
So we don't know exactly what's causing his tummy issue, but he's on antibiotics, probiotics,
Wow.
prednisone,
Good God.
oxycodone,
Oh my God, he's all shot out.
gabapentin,
You can take some of that.
another
Can we get
muscle
some of that?
relaxer.
What milligram is the oxycodone, if you don't mind?
It's a tiny little.
I don't care about
Little
the
bit.
We don't
little
care.
size
We
of the
want to know.
pill.
We want to know how much we can sell
Is
it
it
for.
5 milligrams? Because I can double it up and make 10.
I think it is
Well,
5
5's like
5 milligrams,
that's the
but you got to
start.
cut the pill in half.
Not for us, you know.
Give me the 10. We're going full force here.
Yeah, and I used to take 10s when I was out doing the lawn with the midget guy, and I'll tell you what, you know, an hour into after taking it, I was like, I said, "Wayne, how you feel?" He goes, "I feel pretty good." Why? I said, "Man, ain't that weird to say? We are like a bunch of dopers."
They gave him a shot of propofol.
God, what is that?
What is that?
That's what Michael Jackson died of.
Oh, I don't want that. I just want the codone.
They were sedating him to try to get they could try to get an X-ray of his stomach, and he was just so anxious that even all the drugs that they gave my dog looked stoned Thursday night.
Well,
He literally looked stoned.
Would this become a show about PetSmart now? What's the deal here?
Yes. My dog's
when we say talk about anything, we didn't mean about no
is
daggone
named
dogs.
after Carlos Ruiz. So.
Oh, here we go. This one, baseball dog, and I swear.
My mom did the same thing.
And you said that. I remember you said that.
They had one dog named McNabb. Donovan. Not Donovan. Not McNabb, but
Donovan. His first name.
And they had a dog named Sammy after Sammy Sosa.
Oh my God.
And now now there's Carson.
Well, no wonder that doll's a loser. Name one. You might as well name one Jalen.
The next Dobson I ever get, his name will be Schwarber.
Name one Saquon. That's what I want to
There you
hear.
go.
Here comes Saquon. Come here, boy. That's what I want.
Well, Bubba comes to anything. Maybe I'll change his name.
Yeah, that's right. Does he?
Yeah.
If he don't care what you call him, just don't call him late for dinner, right?
I told him, I can't say that.
You can't.
I'll
Jeez,
tell
we'll be
you
off
afterwards.
here. All right. I got you. But anyway.
You can call him fat ass. He'll come.
Why did we get on the
Oh, man.
computer to begin with?
Because you're talking.
Well, Neil,
No,
I should
no.
look it up.
All the teams.
I'm
All
done.
the teams that Philly swept this season.
I can't do this anymore. This will be
That's
our
what you
last
told
show.
me.
They
That's
only
what you
swept
told me.
one. Oh, the last time
No,
they
he meant,
swept was
yeah.
was the
Or he wanted
was
to know
May.
how many sweeps, but we haven't had, no. And we've had games where we've won 2 and could have got to it, and then lost the third one on a stupid, dumb, we've swept, that's it.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's nuts.
So I'm looking on sports that while we're talking. Micah Parsons, we're talking about him, was demanding a trade when the Dallas Cowboys, and then Jerry Jones came on and said, "We are not trading Micah Parsons. I don't care what the rumors are. We are not trading him." But now, doesn't Parsons have a say in I'm demanding a trade? I don't. And does that depend on your contract? Whether you can say I want out of this
I wouldn't say it probably
organization.
depends on what
Your contract, which I answer my own question. You're right. So right, it
'Cause
says
I'm
Micah Parsons at practice after making trade with Henry Finer, but he didn't do anything. He was just there. He was at practice. He didn't practice. I mean, pads on or anything like that.
So he's still on his rookie deal?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He's on his 5th-year option. And so technically they don't have to do it, but this is where these guys get pissed off because they want their damn money before their contract is done.
And
So they want it guaranteed.
and I get it. And
because
I
think
understand that
that's
because
right.
you can get hurt and all that. But if you sign a contract, you should, and
I
anybody,
agree with you.
you should finish that completely out.
Absolutely.
And then in the off season, when
And
you
that's
don't have
when
a
you talk
contract,
about.
then you talk about it.
Because then you got from
I hate that.
January till the season being to get the contract done, and they know they're going to do it.
Well, it's like some of these quarterbacks.
It'd be nice if I could get paid for my whole salary at the beginning of the year and not work before I worked my hours.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's okay. But then you got to realize that money all year long, just say for us, has to last you the year. Will you dip into that money for other things? Will you say, "Oh
Right.
God, we got 1,000 here now, I can go do," or will you put it aside and say, "Listen, every week I got to have that much money each week." That's the thing about
Exactly.
getting lump sums.
Oh, this is a quick question. I'm going to. Who do you think the starting quarterback should be for the Cleveland?
I didn't get a chance to lock
they
in.
got
Who is-
Flacco because he's got the. I think he should.
I don't. Who's
I
the
think it should
Pickett?
be
Pickett.
Pickett. I think it should be Flacco's job to lose because he has the most experience.
I don't know that, but you didn't sign him to be that guy. You
Right.
signed him to put the pressure on. I think Pickett would be the starter. I really do. I guess he's younger.
I think he's better than
I don't know about better. Flacco's good, but there's times just because he's
older.
He's older and he's a veteran. There's times he don't do things right either, though. He makes moves. So I think Pickett's mindset, being younger and that way, I would want him to start. But that's a good question, and it brings for a good competition in camp, and
I
it's
kinda
fun to
think
do that.
Pickett would be a good, not great. I'm not talking about great.
Exactly. They're not
I
looking
think-
for great because they're in trouble right now with who's going to
Yeah.
start. What do we
I
do?
think he'd be a good quarterback.
I do. Once he knows
Could
he's
be a
going to be
good
the starter and he
yeah.
plays every day, don't you think he practices a different way of really just making sure that I'm the guy? So I got to do this right. I mean, now it's just
'Cause
I'm
that's what I think
competing
happened
to look
with
good.
Carson.
Right.
They brought Hurts in, man. That
That
him
that's
all
screwed. Well, there you go. But
That's
we
how
were
it
allowed to
is.
say, I know. We're just not that way.
prefer try not to.
We're not that way. That's it.
But
So
yes,
son of a.
you'll definitely be hearing more cussing when the Eagles
Oh
when the
gosh.
season starts.
Sorry, folks. During football season, this one won't be right.
It's no
His
hope.
mind's. He will be if they're winning. But the minute they do a boo-boo play,
boo-boo out hating on
the
you.
minute Wayno sees a boo-boo play, number one, I get the text first. What the? You know what is going on here? I am not having it.
There's your boy.
Yeah, there. Yeah. Oh, I've got to hear that from. And the minute, what's his name, the kicker, and misses
what
the
I'm
first
talking
chip.
about.
I knew it. I knew that's who it was. But I wonder what's his name. I can't even think of his name now. Yeah. Not David Akers. No, that's not him.
Oh God, no.
Look,
David Akers.
My boy came on in the end and went through the playoffs and the Super Bowl without missing a shot.
I know.
He does that, but
we were ready to kill him.
I know you were. There was times I didn't even want to answer the text because I knew what you were going to say. I can't stand it. You're the one told me he's good, and this one, he can't miss a 40-yarder, but he can make a 65-yarder. You hate it. That's what you hate. You hate it when he missed like 35-yarders and made 55 yards.
Well, my dad, the whole Super Bowl, he's sitting there. He's like, "Oh, here we go. Hold your breath."
Oh God, to see that would drive me nuts. I'd be like, "Oh my God, these two. I can't do this." So that's right. You were down at your dad's, weren't you, watching the Super Bowl? I did text you. I said, "Where are you at?" You said
the word's coming out, but sorry. So I apologize now. But we were sitting there when the Eagles we're up by 3 scores.
Right.
I literally turned to Joey and I said, "What the fuck is going on here? What is going on?" Because it was crazy. I did not.
I was in the same.
I wanted that, but I did not expect that to be happening.
No, I didn't either. I expected a very good game from both sides, but once we took command of that game, it just for some reason felt like Kansas City's not getting back. And now you know how they say at halftime, "Hey, remember when the Falcons was up over the Patriots 28-3 at half and lost again?"
Yeah,
I did not see that in my mind though between the Chiefs and the Eagles. Yeah, I felt like they're not coming back from this. Because of the defense put the pressure on Holmes a whole game. This is why he couldn't do what he normally does.
When they came back in the second half and just went right down the field and scored again, I was like, "Yep, this is over, man."
Now I have a new my boy this year on the team.
Elliott. Jake Elliott.
Jake Elliott. Well, that's the kicker. Thanks for bringing that up on us. Jalix Hunt is my new go-to defensive player this year that I'm keeping my eye on. Because I had high hopes for him last year, and he did well. And he did well in the Super Bowl. And Fangio likes him. So, and A.J. Brown thinks he could be the next Parsons, really. That's what he said.
I did see.
He said, "I'll tell you what, Jalix Hunt, he's a beast." I don't know. Jordan Mailata said it, too. A.J. Brown said it. Jordan Mailata said it.
That's the rugby guy, right?
Yes, the big guy. Big 6'8"er.
He remember we were down on him?
Yeah, we didn't give him a shot to change. Now he's one of the best in the league. So, I really like where this defense is going this year. I just, like you said, we got to get healthy. What's this? This dings and banged up here in camp is not a good thing. It only helps the second starters, not starters, but the second team, I guess I should say. It helps them more because they're getting more playing time.
Right.
So we might. It's not a good thing to get hurt. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, well, the starters are hurt. They'll get better, but I want to see some of these other guys that are going to have to come up and compete and be ready to play when a guy goes out or something like that. We've got to have it. So that's good. I think these injuries aren't as bad as we think they are. They're just nagging ones. They're not out for the season ones. They're 2-week injuries.
And Smith got strained back.
Yes, things like that are And where does that come? Stretching and flexing. What did I say?
Yeah.
Stretching and conditioning.
Did they start preseason games
They do.
week?
Yeah, last Thursday.
Last Thursday, not us, but you mean the preseason game.
Not us.
The season started. It was Chargers versus
the
Lions, and the Chargers spanked the Lions.
They tried that new
everybody,
the chain gang thing.
Oh yes, with the eye.
The one thing they should, the laser.
Right.
The ball was like 2 inches away from the first down mark, and they gave it to him.
Here we go. This is going to be one. This is going to be another. This is going to be like a baseball season where the pitch is 4 inches outside the strike zone and it's strike, or it's right down the middle and the guy calls the ball.
I'll tell you, I got to give it to some of these baseball players though, because there was a couple of them where the batter should have just went over to ump and just punched him in the face.
Yeah, you would not be good.
Way up here.
Could you imagine?
And he took a minute and he goes, "Strike."
Yeah, it wasn't near the zone, and it was a strike. But then I've seen some. Here's the square, and I know that's imaginary, but it's still roundabout. The ball's within this square here, up above the line like this, and he calls it a ball. He called it a ball, and the guy goes, "Really?" Something like, "Are you serious?" And he's like, "Yes, a ball." And I thought he was going to lose it. You would not be. If you were a good baseball player and you were out on the field, I could see you now. You wouldn't make it past the first game. You'd have the damn ump.
Well, you remember
on the ground beach
when Schwarber lost his
one ump needs to be canned.
When Schwarber lost his, what's that, Kim?
I said that one ump needs to be.
Angelo. Angel somebody.
Like
Angel Hernandez.
Oh God, he is freaking.
Angel Hernandez. He's the worst. He's the worst in the league, and he's been in the league for 20-some years. Ain't like he's a rookie.
I'd be like, "You got money on this game?"
Longer. He's
Yeah.
terrible. He's the one Harper's always had a problem with. Bryce
Yeah.
Harper's always had a problem with him because he's
That's
Yeah,
when he was on
Harper.
third base that time, and they say he check swinged, and the guy said he went around, and
Just
Harper
this-
ran out. Was going
just this last one. Even was there was
Oh, really?
there was one a couple games ago. Harper did check. The way I see it, it was a check. And Harper, as soon as he checked, he figured that's a ball. He starts taking off his stuff, and the guy goes straight out. Oh my
That's
God!
when he got ejected.
That's
right?
when he went
Yeah,
out, and he wasn't even. He just went out quietly, and then out comes Thompson, and then Harper in the interview said, I can't do. I got to do a better job. I realize I can't be taken off the field for it's my fault. Like I said, I know he was
Yeah.
mad about what he said. He
Yeah.
just says, I can't do those kind of things, people.
And I get
Whether
it, but give it to
You
him.
do get mad. I'm
like
not
it.
saying, yeah, I would. You would have just rushed the guy and killed him. Yeah, it would have been murder on third base. Wrestling. There's WWE. Wayno picks up the ump and slams him.
Yep.
It would have been that because you could not have taken that. Your demeanor wouldn't be able to say, "Hold me back."
I would have ripped my
I would have
eyeball
cracked
out
up.
and handed it to him. You need these?
I would have been in the dugout going, "Get him, Wayno, get him." I would have egging you on. Anyway, we have had.
I got thrown out Thomas's midget football game one time. Not midget football, when he was playing.
I can imagine. I mean,
recreation.
that doesn't surprise me. Really, it does
Oh, my
not
God.
surprise me.
Mm.
I'm surprised you didn't go over the fence in a couple of the high school games when you're
The ref standing like right in front of us, right? Plumber comes around the
Hmm.
back, and the dude reaches up, put half his arm down the back of his shirt and yanked him down. Sports collar.
Right.
And I'm sitting there screaming and yelling, and I was like, all right, how about you get out on that damn field? And I said, I'll grab you from behind there and pull your fist down. And he goes, you're out of here. I was like,
You're out of here, data.
I'll tell you what, if there was a chair there, I would have been like Vince Vaughn. I would have took the chair. Well, here, let's make it official. Take it, throw the chair out on the field. Oh man, I was pissed.
Speaking of chairs, not going a whole different direction in sports because we
Right.
talk about everything.
It's all good.
They showed one of the chairs that was recovered from the Titanic years ago. So back then when the Titanic was going down, they threw chairs and threw things into the water to be floating devices when people jumped in the water to
Yeah.
have something to hang on. This is one of those. And I remember seeing the chair in the movies, the movie, but it's the same chair, like a wooden slided chair that was like a recliner. It had a back, up a seat, and then down a leg. So it was, and it's relatively good condition because obviously some of those chairs must have been pulled out of the water
Right.
when they were even rescued. They must have taken them from the Carpathia. Probably got those chairs, whatever. But yeah, it showed it. You can see it at the exhibit. So what I'm saying is the exhibit goes all over the place, and there are more than one Titanic exhibits. Don't get me wrong. This one's in Manchester, United Kingdom right now. The exhibit, and it has the chair and a couple other artifacts. There are, like I said, there's a traveling exhibit that goes. I got to see it years ago in Orlando. I saw the Titanic thing. Got to feel the water, what it would have felt like to put your hand in the water that cold. They make water with ice in it, and they tell you to put your hand in. How long can you hold your hand in it? Good Lord. I could not have kept the water was like barely above freezing. Barely. It had to be like 34 degrees. And I tried it and I was like, man, 30 seconds, I'm done. Of course, you're moving around helps when you're in the water, but that had to be a horrible experience for those that made it.
Speaking of Titanic, there was enough room on that door for him to get up on.
I know, and they showed the making of the making of the movie. They kept saying, "You're making a movie about and showing something where what's his name could have got up. What was his name? I can't think of
I
his name.
can't remember.
Leonardo.
Well, yeah, but what was his character?
Yeah, what was
Jack.
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 Yeah.
Jack.
There was
Well,
enough room.
There was room for Jack to get on there. They just did that for. I'll put you up there. It's meant for you. I want to save you, and I get it.
So she didn't know if her fiance was going to survive or not, so she stayed on that door. So Jack come with flowers so she can get her ass beat when they got back to land.
So yeah.
Oh no, you're dying now. I had my fun, you little bastard.
Have you ever seen the set of how they made that movie? I mean, what we see obviously is not what you think you're seeing in real water. No, they did a big tank building thing out, like I forget where they put it. It was somewhere not in the desert, but it kind of looked like when you see the whole makeup of it. And they built a pool, a huge pool area that would hold the water, obviously, with the set of the boat looking like it does. It shows them, everybody floundering around. It showed with the lights on, everybody faking like they're cold in the water, and all they are is in this big pool. And then it shows the slide scene where you see the boat tip up and all the people sliding down. and hitting those things and bouncing off all that crap when you see it. So the slide scene's the same way. They have a wooden plank type thing, and they take the picture of the people slide, and there's guys we don't see at the other end catching them when they come down. So like, would you be ready for? Yeah, I don't understand this. I'll keep
Maybe
moving
somebody
till it
stealing your
freezes.
internet. No, I'm just kidding.
What's Keith doing?
They had
I gotta get him. You know how to get
Shannon Sharp got fired.
Did he?
Yeah,
Shannon Sharp from the ESPN.
yeah, he's done. He's out.
Was there a reason? Do you know behind
Just
what happened?
settling with that rape case.
Okay.
Supposedly.
Oh, okay. I remember that. I do remember that. So
I don't know all the details on that.
right.
Look that up for next week.
Shannon Sharp, yeah, is being let go by ESPN, fired because of something.
And everybody knows about the NFL employee that was injured in that shooting.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I didn't follow it up though, but I do remember.
He was 27 years old. Said he
about.
suffered from CTE.
Okay. Okay.
If you need a part-time job, the Turnpike's hiring for cooks.
Yes, I saw that too. That's true. Part-time job for anybody listening, looking, or knows anybody that is a cook that could cook. They're looking for, and I did think I saw it said will be needed on evenings and weekends.
Yes.
Evenings and weekends probably going to be more important. That's probably really what they need too, not necessarily.
And there's a
They
couple
will need every day. Almost.
From experience. I cooked out there for a little bit, give Russell a hand.
Yeah.
And if you want a part-time job with a nice boss, Russell's pretty good. Robin's very nice.
Russell
Yeah, he'll
Evans, we're
help
talking
out.
about, folks, and you probably know him. A lot of you might know him in the area.
Yeah,
He's a
and,
well-known figure.
I think it's, don't hold me to this because I am not sure, but I think it's about $15 an hour
Okay.
or whatever minimum wage is.
Right. I'm not. Yeah, that's whatever. But yeah, because Turnpike's always had decent food for a little type of bar. We call it a dive bar, more or less, or whatever you want to call it. Just, I don't mean it's dumpy. I'm just saying it's that kind of an atmosphere.
Yeah.
But it's always had good wings, always had good food. I've had a lot of different things. I have a cheesesteak from there. Right. I mean, they've had some good things over the years. Always.
He does a lot of other things too. He has a crab feast out there.
He does. He does have those kind of things. Whatever happened? I thought he was selling it.
And muskrat. If you look at muskrat, he's selling it. He's just waiting for the right offer to come.
Oh, but I thought Cindy told us he had a guy made an offer.
Oh, really?
Just like a little while back here. It's been a while now. That's why I said I wonder. Yeah. That's why I said he has always been trying to sell, but she said he had somebody was serious about it, unless it fell through and the guy had something. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what happened. This was only a month ago.
It's not a bad place. It's small.
It is small. Parking's not the greatest of anything because it was put on a corner of a whole lot. There's all kind of stuff back there. Yeah, all he gets is a corner right there, a little section. Shane, his building is back further into the backyard, more or less, and then gain more parking up front.
I don't think you can add on too much to it.
Yeah, I don't think. You're right.
If you did, that just takes up parking.
It does, yeah. So it's a shame for that, but yeah, looking for cooks. Looking for a cook out at Turnpike Inn. So football, baseball, hockey, nothing much to report on in any
hockey.
Yeah, Ralph. I mean, I'm not saying he probably didn't. I'm not sure he's.
Think they should. Rumor has they're going back after Hart again.
Yeah, because those guys were vindicated. They were. What do you call that?
Got off.
Is vindicated the word now? Yeah, they weren't persecuted or weren't prosecuted. They were.
What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, right away they can't come back in the NHL right away either because the NHL has their own rules and they're not. They have to go before some kind of a thing. All of them are still not allowed to be, even though. Well, I think maybe your question should be to me: would you go after Carter Hart once he becomes available? And I would say yes, I would. I don't hold that nothing. He wasn't convicted of it.
No,
didn't do it. So, as far as we know, and all the other guys, so yes, if he came available, I asked Adam, my son-in-law, who's big hockey. He's like Ralph. Him and Ralph are, the passion for hockey's the greatest right there. And he said, yeah, I'd go after him for sure. Why not? And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I would. So we'll see what in the future here, what remains to be seen if the Flyers are allowed to, eventually get one of these guys. Would they get Carter Hart? We'll see what they do. So Well, I hope Cheyenne gets her power back
Yeah.
soon, because that can be a pain in the butt when the power goes out, especially because it's probably pretty warm down there. Storms and power goes out, it's going to be hot. So we hope that power gets restored here soon for her. Anything else? I mean,
You know what that whole thing, my jeans are blue thing is about, right?
I think I don't.
The American Eagle had
I seen you
can't
do that.
remember the girl's name. And then she said something, and it was a play on words, jeans and jeans.
Yeah,
And it's kind of following under
your jeans.
the Brooke Shield thing. Remember Brooke Shield was 15?
Yeah,
And she was doing it. This chick's 27 years old. She's a model.
right.
And people are mad at her because it was like a play on words or something like that. Like she's putting on these on. She goes, my jeans are blue, like insinuating that like she's hot. And she's got jeans. It's just a play on words.
Right. I didn't.
Everybody's blown out of proportion.
I see you.
I don't care who gets mad because
Right.
this rapper Lizzo, right? She's heavy set. She's the one that's, I think, spearheading all this bull crap on this girl because she's a thin girl and she's saying she's hot and all this and everything. And this chick used to be looking like a cow.
Yeah. So why hate on the girl doing the commercials? What is the problem? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't care about that. But
And
yeah.
quite frankly, if you look at her, she's really not that hot.
I'll have to see. So it's just a commercial on TV or no?
Yeah,
It comes up anywhere random.
Yeah, American Eagle.
Okay. All right.
If
I'll
I
have to
find
keep my eye out for it.
Tammy's trying to find the original because there's a bunch of different.
Yeah, if you
other
find it,
ones
send it to
now.
me if Tammy does or you.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different ones now that AI's made up.
Right, and they're different.
So,
They're not the original. Yeah. Okay.
so if we find it, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
So that's it was something I only saw with you, so I didn't know. I hadn't seen it. So I get what you're
that's like everybody's pissed off at Caitlin Clark, really?
right.
Why are you mad at Caitlin
Always.
Clark? She's the one who's getting her like physically looks like got the daggone boxing match
Yeah.
out there.
What?
And now people are mad at Sophie Cunningham because she's sticking up for what's her name?
Why are they treating Caitlin like this? They just don't want her. What is it? It's almost like they don't want her in the league. I can't say, but I'm just saying why? Because she's good. Because the girl does everything right. I don't know. I don't understand that.
My opinion is,
it seems racist.
And that's what I'm saying.
It seems racist.
It's a racist thing.
It does seem
I honestly
racist
think
in the opposite direction now.
Nobody can change my
Right. No. Well, that's how I'm not going to change my mind either.
I even talked to Jermaine Carter about it.
Right, Jermaine. Okay.
Jermaine Carter. The reason why I bring Jermaine up is because he's black and he can look at that side of the.
Yeah, he looks at that side of the thing, and he knows we're objective either way.
Yeah.
We worked with him and we know him.
He knows. He's like, nah, they treating her like a dog.
Exactly. So now, just bringing his name up. Is he working? Have you talked to him? Does he have a job? Did he hook on anywhere?
I don't think he's hooked on anywhere.
I just how the heck these people make it because you can only collect stuff for so long and then that's it.
Yeah,
and she works. I know his girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah, she's a Pats.
Is she?
Yeah.
Is she the girl? Like, does she come? If you go through the drive-thru, will she ever come to the window and wait?
Yeah, she'll come to the window once in a while.
So I might have seen her once. I should say, hey, you Jermaine's Chicky Poo? What's up there, Missy? How's JJ doing? How's he doing here? Want a job?
And if you guys are rewatching this, if it freezes up, let us know so we can figure something out. We do have another computer that.
Well, the thing went off now.
Oh, yeah,
so it might have been. We had a little.
Of course it is. We're done.
That's it. Why? Oh, we're off.
No. We're still recording. Just saying it's.
He means it's 10 o'clock. Yeah, of course it is. Now we're an hour and a minute right now. We've been. But anyway, yeah, it probably froze up during some of the thing. I'm sure somebody will tell us. Not sure where Ralph is this morning. I didn't text a whole lot of other people to let them know. Ostranders knew I was online today, but what's that say?
Just came back on.
Good. Glad to hear you, Cheyenne. Got your electric back on. That wasn't too long. But we have, it's long enough. Trust me. I know.
So maybe it's her fault.
We know. What? Because she's so hot?
No, her electric come back.
She's so hot. Her electric went off. I think that's what you're trying to say.
Well, here we go.
Just saying, girl.
Now, her electric comes back on, and now we're not. Now our.
Wow. She's got two laughs. Hey, I'm here to make you laugh, girl. You know that. We're here to do a little bit of everything, but just glad to hear it's back on. Yes. Um, yeah, since you got your electric back, we got our computers not having freeze up issues, so that's a good thing. Maybe a little bit of juice came from Atlanta all the way to here, gave us a little boost. So anyway, I think we've touched on pretty much where we're at as far as sports goes. Another week to wait to see a couple different things with Phillies, and hopefully the Eagles get healthy here in camp. Got a few guys banged up. I know we mentioned this again. Just recapping a little bit. Basketball, nothing's going on. Joel Embiid was spotted at the Phillies game. It was him and the pitcher from the night before were spotted. This is nothing to touch with you. I know it's not your. And I'm not making a thing of it. I'm just saying.
I think we should have traded Embiid about 3 years ago.
Yeah. Well, I think you're right. I'm not going to disagree with that. Froze up again.
Yeah.
Now we're back.
Might be the end of the computer.
It might be time to. Well, why can't we use that one? I don't understand why
that wasn't working.
No, we get that to be the mainframe, but all right.
I'll work.
This is your job.
I'll work on it this week.
You're tech. You know that, right? You and Thomas are tech, or Jonathan.
Right?
Jonathan's the tech guy.
And Scotty are tech guys.
Well, that's our. So we have a tech support here, but I'm seeing a little sloppiness going on with this outfit. Okay, so I might have to move on.
This is the first time we had this problem.
I might have to start getting paid for this and find somebody that would get commercials and ads.
Let's do it.
That's all we need is a couple ads and commercials, and we're done with our jobs. You know that. Because once this starts bringing revenue in, we're good.
I'd be happier than pig and stink.
I know how to talk about it. I just don't know how to going about getting it. Well, first of all, you got to have more than 5 viewers. Or what? Not today.
Not today.
We have to be live with 100,000.
Don't count today.
Once we're live with 100,000, it's tough in the summer.
Get our name out there in Georgia, there, Cheyenne.
Yeah, get your girls and guys out there and say, listen, if you want to listen to a couple of guys have fun and talk about sports or anything. I say we touched on the Titanic a little bit today, which is one of my passions. I've always been interested in that, the history of what happened at the Titanic and different things. I've got memorabilia, a lot of articles and stuff.
Some of my family, my mom was telling me was supposed to come over on the Titanic.
Really?
Man, something happened. They couldn't get on.
How about that?
Thank goodness.
Well, there's a lot of people. I knew the story goes there were more people too not more, but there were more than we know about that were supposed to take the trip that day that were detained for some other reason. Something happened. They couldn't go. They couldn't get. And obviously, God bless, because they would have been, maybe one of the ones that didn't make it too. That was, like I said, a horrible night that night. It might have been a good thing to have a ship that was supposed to be called unsinkable get gouged by an iceberg and go down within 2 hours. So, all right, folks. Right. Well, that kind of wraps it up. Don't want to wrap up on a depressing note.
Right.
But
now, during you might get notices that we're live. We won't be live until Sunday. The reason why you're getting notices is because I'm going to try to get the other computer working.
Right. Okay.
See if that helps.
We got one more Sunday to do, and then we're going to be the following week will be during the week.
Yeah.
Doing like a Wednesday night. But Wayno will put a lot of stuff out on the
I'll give you updates.
Notifications you'll get as long as you clicked on the notification thing, then you'll get an update. But we have to do that for a couple weeks during the week, like on a Wednesday night, because we got things going on. I'm away on vacation. He's going away at scout camp. But we will continue to get back on track to do our Sundays. Yeah, absolutely.
And so far it looks like day shift a possibility still. So
good. So Wayno's looking to get day shift in his job, and it's looking better. This would be for the fall. I'm just saying for starting for the fall. And when he does that, then we'll probably, I don't know if during football season, we got to make a decision whether we continue to do Sundays or do we do evenings. Things I'd like to kind of report after football some different times during the week. If we did Tuesday or Wednesday, we could report after Sunday and Monday's games. We do before Thursday. We can, talk about that. So football season is more of our love in a passion way for sports. We do kind of change things up a little bit. We might.
And we're open to thoughts too. So hit us up on Facebook and
we are open to suggest. Yeah, we'll take suggestions on what's a better night for you guys. What would be a better night? A better time wise, I'd like to keep it around 7.
Yeah.
If I do an evening show, if we do an evening show, I'd say me, but us, I'd like 7 o'clock. But is there a night of the week's better?
Yeah, that one Wednesday, we'll have to do it at 6 because meetings are at 8.
Okay, actually, one night, right. But yeah,
Right.
other than that, we might not be a Wednesday normally.
Yeah, and
We
you'll
might
know, ahead of time.
But you'll know ahead of time. So keep in your thoughts. Anybody wants to put a ring or shout out there? Hey, what about this time? Or what about this night or something like that? What do you think? So, all right,
All
we're going to
right.
let you go. Have a good rest of your weekend and have a good week. And we will see you next Sunday.
Yes. Peace. Peace.
Peace.